Hello and welcome everyone to a new Legacy video. It's been a while, hasn't it? I have recently just not been streaming for a while or recording for a while. Basically, I just didn't want to. But I'm back now, and after the bans, I have been playing a lot. Not recording, but I have been playing a lot, and I've been going back to Infect. And this deck has finally, with the new bans, been revived. I honestly have been feeling like Infect has gotten the biggest upgrade maybe ever, or at least since the printing of Invigorate in the form of Legolas' quick reflexes. This card is insane. It does everything that deck wants, and also has a split second. It's nuts. And ever since this card was printed, I felt like Infect is going to be insanely powerful again. Now, the reason why you haven't seen this, in my opinion, is just because of the way Blue-Black was built. It is impossible for Infect to beat Blue-Black in the way it was constructed recently. Because what you can do, if you have a reanimated deck, you can target the combo, but you cannot target both a combo deck and an aggro deck at once. Usually that's because black is always the most difficult color for Infect to deal with. Because normally when red is the best removal spells, all of our pump spells work, they protect all of our creatures, but in black they have Fatal Push, which is much more difficult to deal with than red removal is. Now, with Legolas, that's fine. If you only have to worry about blue-black being an aggro deck, we have ways to navigate that. We have Veiler Summers, we have Legolases, etc. That's fine. But if we also have to combat a combo deck, that's just not doable. It was a very bad matchup for Infect, and that's why I think we haven't seen Infect on the rise again, because Legolas has come out at the same time when the Troll was printed, Troll of Khazad-dum, and ever since then, Reanimator has been the top deck of the format. So I even quit Infect for a while because it was that bad. But now I've been playing this, and ever since the bans, or the recent one where Troll was banned, I finally feel like they have succeeded in making Blue-Black either a combo deck or an aggro deck. And currently with this build, I have no issues against either Reanimator or Blue-Black aggro. In fact, my win rate with this list recently is about 65 to 70%. Recently also 5-0'd with this. I'm just going to show you this list in the description because I will also be playing this list. I feel like this is what you should be doing right now when you're playing Infect. Let's dive into the list, shall we? So pretty stock. Ever since the printing of Legolas and the Embiggen, I think the deck has gotten huge upgrades, and you should be playing Embiggens and Legolas. It's that easy. Vines of Vastwood, forget about it. It's not a 2025 magic card. Embiggen is the best pump spell alongside Invigorate. Embiggen, it gives Elf and Blighted Agent +4/+4 and Inkmoth Nexus +5/5, which is insanely powerful. And the rest is just, I wanted to make the Infect deck as consistent as possible. So we are playing very much a Delver-esque game plan, as you can see, for Brainstorm, for Pawner. This is all 4-ofs, and then you have 2 Berserks. I started out by playing 4 Legolases, but I felt like that was just a bit too much. Mainly because it's bad against combo decks, and I really wanted to play Hedge Maze, so I'm playing Hedge Maze as a 19th land. You should not play this as land number 18, and I think this is the perfect construction. Sideboard. So, a lot of combo still, which is great for Infect because we are very good against combo. 3 Fluster Storm speak for itself. I've been dawdling around with the sideboard a bit, but this is where I ended up, and I think this is what you should be playing in the current meta as well. 2 Veiler Summers, I went up to 4 at some point, but I think that was just a bit too cute. 2 Sylvan Library against control and combo matchups, 1 Legolas in the sideboard for the fair matchups, Triple Endurance, still very good, one of the best cards in the meta right now, 2 Force of Figures, and then my man, my pet card. If you've been following my content for a while now, this is Great Sable Stag. Whenever I can play this, I always do. It's one of my personal favorites. Basically, this says against blue-black aggro, you win the game, uncounterable, for 3 mana. So it's ridiculously powerful. I started playing this back when Death Shadow was the thing, and it was even more powerful then than it was now. But I'm playing this because blue-black aggro is still the most popular deck in the format, and when you have the Great Sable Stag, you just cannot lose, because they have 0, and I mean literally 0 ways to get rid of this. So, yeah, very powerful. It can sometimes be annoying if they have like a very quickly flipped Tameo. That's sometimes a problem, but then you just use a pump spell on Stag and kill the Tameo and win from there. So, feel free to swap around with this, but that's what I'm be playing. Let's dive into some games. All right, on the play for game 1, or round 1, I should say. Sounds pretty good, but it's lacking a threat. This is unfortunate because it has literally everything. I think I have the mulligan. Okay, we're gonna keep this. So keep. What do I get rid of? Pretty good hand, but I have to get rid of something. Probably force. If I'm mulligan to 6, I'd rather get rid of the force. It's a bit slow because I have to start with hedge maze, but so be it. Let's get rid of noble. I just want to find the land. Preferably, I can just play a land next turn, play agent, and then turn 3 kill them. That would be ideal. They play Ether Vial. Fine. Glistener Elf. Not ideal. Especially since I'm playing against a creature-heavy deck. I need to have noble here. Kind of hoping that I can just next turn play a land and play both agent and Glistener Elf. They play a land and play Gilded Drake. That's fine. This is a very, very good matchup. But, of course, we got unlucky with their opening hand here. Okay, let's just slam down Blighted Agent, and I will also just attack with Gilded Drake. Now what's really cool about Gilded Drake, if you Legolas the target that they Gilded Drake just gets removed. That has come up, and the reason for that is that it says if you don't or can't make an exchange, sacrifice this creature, so Legolas makes you have to sacrifice it. Mother of Runes is okay. So tick up the Ether File, and what do they bring in? Lavinia, that's okay. I have Biggin, so I can just cast my stuff. One more land, and I can also just hard cast Invigorate. Solitude is a bit worse, but it's still okay because we have another one. This is why I've gotten rid of the Force of Will. I want to have threats. Creature of the Guard is worse because they will probably get another Solitude. They get Flicker Wisp. That's fine. That means they probably target Gilded Drake if they want to. Nexus is a good draw, so I'm going to play Nexus, Agent, and Glistener Elf. I will just slam in with this Gilded Drake, because why not? Okay, tick up the file. Wasteland is unfortunate. They are drawing the perfect answers to my stuff, so I think we're going to go to game 2 soon. Put no ban into the hand, okay. They also slam in with Lavinia, that's fine. So know about Yorion and Flicker Wisp. They play Solitude even, okay. Looks like they just have it all. What do they pitch? The Yorion. Okay, so we know about Flicker Wisp. Bring it back with the Vial. Solitude. I can still win here if I draw Berserk, because then I can actually kill, or I can just use the Gilded Drake to kill them. That would be really funny if I just kill them with regular damage. Okay, we'll see what they do. They do take Elf, it's fine. Brainstorm. Let's see what's up. Not terribly exciting. I do have Nexus, so I guess we play that. Just gonna slam in with this Gilded Drake. They can use Mother of Runes, but that's okay. Yep, they do use it. So Gilded Drake died. They chose not to protect... Oh yeah, they did, never mind. They wanted to have the Gilded Drake die, that's fine. Solitude, slam in, sure. Keep in mind that Embiggen and Invigorate on Inkmoth Nexus is just lethal. Because Embiggen gives +5/+5. So I don't want another Invigorate. What I need is Legolas. So I'm going to play the land here and just pass. I will draw the Ponder, then shuffle and then see what we find. Combination of Mother of Runes and Flicker Wisp makes it awkward. Karox to bounce Lavinia, that's okay. Okay, so draw the Ponder. That's Ponder. No Legolas, so that's a shuffle. Tropical, that's no Legolas, so we're in trouble. They played Tundra. I think we're gonna lose here. I just need to... If I find Berserk, that's probably even better than everything that they have. This is exactly lethal, so I'm gonna have to animate Nexus. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna block this Lavinia. They can bounce, but that's fine. I just need them to... I just need to not die here and draw Berserk next turn. And I can do that through Lavinia, but I can't do that if they have the Lavinia. Oh, they hardcast Force of Will. Okay, then it doesn't matter. Let's concede. So really not all that much that you want. This matchup is really fine. So you want to have Sylvan Library, Legolas. Force of Vigor is not even worth it. They have 80 cards, so chances of them having the Aether Vial are very low. I trimmed down my forces, and that's pretty much it. I could see myself maybe playing one Force of Vigor, swapping the Force of Will, but I think Force of Will is just better. This is all I do. Let's submit. Okay, let's see if we can keep our 7-hander and not have to have the mulligan to 6 and keep a medium hand. I'm gonna keep. This is fine, mainly because I have Sylvan Library. It's really that easy. I will play the land, do nothing, and get my Hedge Maze. Hedge Maze is just such an insanely good addition to the deck. Okay, so let's play the Misty. Let me pop out this companion for you. Caracas 2. Doesn't do anything against our deck. Hedge Maze. Legolas, yes please. Play the Nexus. Play the Library. Pretty good start. The only reason why I'm not playing Sylvan Library main is that there's still a lot of Bowmasters flying around. Yeah, go ahead. You can Wasteland Nexus. That's okay. I will find another threat with the Sylvan Library. I'm just going to draw everything. Ooh, yikes. That's quite bad. I'm just going to play this Noble, and that's a... I'm not going to lie, that was a horrible Sylvan Library. But okay, so be it. Definitely days here. Need the mana. Meddling Mage. I guess I just counter. Curious to see if they will counter back. No, they will not. Okay, I think I'm going to put one back. Do I want another Noble? Probably not. So I'm going to put this one on top. Get rid of it with the Hedge Maze. Play the Elf. And pass. Noble's not bad, but it's not what I'm looking for. I just want to find another pump spell, really. Nice, let's daze that. If we untap here, I think we are very, very close to winning. They force back. Sure. I can still kill... Oh, they take the... Ooh. They take the Noble. Why would... Why? I don't think that was correct. I'm not complaining. So what do we want here? I think I want all of these. I'm going to put this on top. I'm going to take one extra. So I'm going to leave it on top. I just need a land, so I'm just going to leave it on top. Need to do this now, though. And I'm just going to slam in. So any pump spell now is lethal. I'm just a bit mana screw. I need lands. They play Marsh Flats and Fetch. Sure. Recruiter of the Guard, that's fine. They probably get Solitude. Flicker Wisp, that's also fine. Keep in mind, I have Legolas now, so that changes things. Aha, a land. So I could kill them. I think I want to do that next turn, though. I think the best thing for me to do is put this on top. Play the Nexus, play the Noble. Slam in with Glistener Elf. No blocks. Fine. Play the land. Play the Flicker Wisp. There we go. Take the Drake. Sure. Slam in, that makes sense. Drake comes back. They take Noble, so that's definitely a mistake. They are trying to prevent me from winning the game, but I think it's just... I have Sylvan Library, so I don't think what they are doing is correct, and I will just kill them here. How do I want to kill them? That's the only question that I should ask myself. So if I go for Invigorate Berserk, never mind, I only have one option here, so I'm just going to put these back on top. So I'm really happy that I'm able to show you the power level of the Legolas, because I simply cannot lose at this state of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to animate Inkmoth Nexus with itself, and it does not matter at all what my opponent has in their hand, because I will just kill them. So I'm going to use all my pump spells on my Inkmoth Nexus, and since Legolas' Quick Reflexes have split second, they will not be able to use a removal spell in response to me using the pump spells on Inkmoth Nexus. And once this untaps, I can simply attack with the Nexus, shoot the Flicker Wisp, and then just kill them. Unless they have a flash creature that also has flying, there is nothing they can do about this, because it doesn't matter at any point of this game. If they had used a removal spell in response, it would not have mattered. So let's see if they have a flying creature that they can flash in for 2 mana. I can't think of any that might work. And there we go. Legolas' Quick Reflexes is Infects I Win button, which is something that we've never had in the past. It's that powerful. Okay, so on the draw, you swap daisies for forces and submit. Yeah, hand's fine. If they have exactly swords plus wasteland, I could be mana screwed, but if I lose because of mana screw, so be it. There's not much you can do to prevent that from happening. I could get a forest. If I draw a land here, then the best thing that could happen is doing that. And, well, we did what we had to do, so this changes things. I will play Glistener Elf now, because I want them to feel safe after playing a blocker. And then if I just slam down the Noble, we're good to go. No wasteland immediately. It's interesting. Why would they not do that now? I could just embiggen Berserk. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. They have something going on. There's a reason why they would not wasteland here. They want to use that 2 mana. So I guess Furia, that could make sense. I guess that they flash something in of turn. It's probably going to be the dog, the Furia. Solitude. Okay, that's fine. If they pitch a card to Solitude, I'm okay with that. They ephemerate. That's also fine, I think. I could brainstorm. But what's going to happen here is they will ephemerate, get Solitude back, wasteland my land. Is that really such a big deal? I honestly don't think so. If it really comes down to it, I can Berserk the Solitude and get rid of it. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather have this to not happen, but it's not the end of the world. They've basically used 3 cards to kill 2 of my creatures. Good for them, but not impossible for me to navigate around. Double wasteland. Good for me to know. That means I will probably get my basic. Take the Yorion to the hand. Okay. Which hedge maze now that they have tapped double wasteland? Yes. Do want that. Okay, so let's think. I do want to brainstorm potentially, so I'm going to play them like this. I expect that they will double wasteland. Then I can brainstorm in response. There we have removal. Ah, damn, I've already used my forest, but that's okay. I'm not going to brainstorm in response. I could do that to put some bad cards back, but don't want to do that. I think I'm actually going to Berserk this Solitude, though. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bit too... I'm not currently under a lot of pressure, am I? That's a good one. This changes things, because now I will not use the Brainstorm. We're in combo mode now, so I'm just going to try and kill them next turn. We know about the Yorion in hand, so they need exactly a removal spell. They need 2 removal spells, one of which being... well, that's fine. They will probably get Solitude now, but I can Force Will that. And I want to Force Will the Solitude, because that makes it that they have used 2 cards instead of 1. And if we had found Legolas at any point of this game, we would have just completely crushed them. But I'm going to try and go for it here. No reason to wait. I mean, what are the odds of them having double Solitude in hand? Extremely low. So I just need to go for it here. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting, they force. They pitch Meddling Mage. I think I'm gonna let this one go. Because if I fight over this, I'm just dead because I have Solitude. I could Brainstorm, but then if they Solitude, that sucks. And I think I just want to draw a blue card and then Brainstorm for another pump spell. I don't need to win right now. I can wait. I think them forcing was also wrong. They probably should have Solitude first and then fought over this Force Will. Unless they have another removal spell, then it would make sense. They also pitch Solitude, so they have 1 Solitude left in the deck in 80 cards, so looking pretty good for us. I'm just going to go for it every single turn now. I think I have to. Blighted Agent is funny because it's not a pump spell, but it's a 2-turn clock now, so I'm not unhappy. My opponent has nothing left, otherwise they would have used it here. And I haven't played a lot of lands, so I imagine that the chances of them drawing lands are very high, so I'm excited. Yep, and we win the game. Nice. So I think they made a small error here by they should have first used a Solitude and then fought over my Force Will backup. Nice. Let's go to the next round. Okay, hand's pretty good. I'm gonna ponder. I'm probably just gonna, if I find a land with this ponder, I think we win. Unless we're playing against an extremely fast combo deck. Looks like it's Delver. Nice. Ever since the printing of Legolas, I'm not afraid of Delver anymore. I'm afraid of Wastelands. That's pretty much the only way how they can still get you. Let's ponder, dig for lands. Okay, not bad. So I'm gonna take the days first. I will just play Blood Agent next turn. I'm okay with them killing it. Kinda hope that they do. So please don't wasteland me. Apart from that, do whatever you want. Quarry Steel Cutter, don't care. I think it's a very good addition to Delver, but it's a 2-drop that kills us, so it's too slow. It's good for Infect that they are navigating towards this. So I'm not even gonna daze. I don't care. That should tell you enough. They will just slam in. Okay, so let's play our threat. Let's hope they force or daze. Then I do daze back probably. Resolves, nice. And again, I don't need this, so I'm kind of hoping that they bolt Blood Agent here. I just don't want to get wastelanded. Should have kept my mouth shut. Quarry Steel Cutter, that's fine. That means they can't use removal spells, so I really don't care. So I think we just win. They wasteland. I mean, I get why they do this. It's just always the incorrect choice. Okay, so let's kill him. I literally cannot lose. Because if they have force, I daze, and if they daze, I can just pay. So, again, I cannot lose here. Okay. So, daze that. You can do your trigger. Now I will kill you. There we go, Invigorate resolves. Berserk. They will try to daze. Which I can pay for. As I said, doesn't matter what they do, we cannot lose. And they concede. Yep, nice. Off to a great start. Let's go to game 2. So Delver, fine matchup. You bring in Legolas and you bring in Endurances. That's pretty much it. You cut down on the forces. And I like trimming down 1 Berserk and playing 1 Fluster Storm. Submit. Well, this hand sucks. Let's mulligan. Yeah, this is a lot better. Let's keep. And I'm going to put them like this. Endurance is also just a win condition. Usually if you resolve 1 Endurance against Delver, you win. Legolas is also insanely powerful with Endurance. It's so good. Feels to me like out of all the elementals that they created in Modern Horizons, Endurance is the sweet spot, right? Like, Fury is obviously just busted. It was banned in Modern. Grief is just... Let's not even start about that card. You'll delete it from Magic, it's awful. Solitude, I guess Solitude is also... I think Solitude and Endurance are perfectly fine power-wise, where the blue one is probably a bit too underpowered. To me, Endurance is perfect design. A very ugly Mishra's Bauble. They use it to see what's on top of my library. I'm going to start with the Noble here. Okay, they know about the daze. Little do they know that I have another one. They will bolt. I'm going to daze. Because they will wasteland me. It's funny that they knew about the daze and still decided to bolt. So I guess they want to resolve something now. Anyway, whatever happens, I'm okay with it. Another bolt. That's really okay. I'm just going to play the Misty. I'm not even going to ponder right now. I want to win the game with this Endurance. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to get Hedge Maze next turn, ponder. That's why I didn't want to do anything. So now I'm just going to chill, because again, I want to resolve this Endurance. This is going to win me the game. Just going to play the Verdant, pass, ponder, sure. They shuffle, nice. I feel like I can Hedge Maze here. If they wasteland me, it's okay. I'm going to leave that on top now that I know about the wasteland. I'm going to ponder. Another Endurance is really good. I don't even want Simbiggen anymore, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Endurance. I do not want to walk into a daze, so I will play my other Endurance next turn. And the idea is I'm going to, in their end step, Endurance. They will counter it, and then I'm going to play another one, because look at the way that they are playing. It's very clear that they have a very, very reactive hand, and I want to make that hand awful. So I'm winning this game by just not doing anything and not playing into what they are going to try and do. And now they have to respond because Endurance is game over for them. So they will do something here. And if they force this, that's okay. It just resolves. Okay, that was unexpected. I guess they're in trouble. Do I want this embiggen? I guess I do, honestly. I'm just good. So now I'm just going to attack every single turn and do nothing else. I have my threat. They have nothing going on. Come on, double bolt. I beg you. And embiggen on Endurance is +3, by the way. Let me show you why. It's creature, elemental, incarnation. I guess I'm gonna ponder here. See what's up. Maybe they're gonna pyroblast. So I'm not even gonna take Glistener Elf. Not what I'm interested in. I want to win with regular damage at this point. I think I'm gonna take the Brainstorm. So I can end of turn Brainstorm. I can also Brainstorm into the Flusterstorm if I want to. Dragon's Rage, that's fine. Dies to Endurance. So I'm just gonna take the Flusterstorm and shuffle away the Glistener Elf. I know it's ridiculous, but it's the game we're playing. I will play this land here because I want to be able to Endurance and have Flusterstorm up while also playing around Daze. Okay, so they just draw, slam in with this Darcy. I will kill it by playing Endurance. They force. So I'm gonna let them do that trigger. I do want this to resolve. I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna Daze, picking up the Hedge Maze. They will pay. Now if I Flusterstorm, that means Storm is 4, so they can't pay for the last Flusterstorm. Good battle here, good battle. What did they pitch? Daze. It's working. I love it when a plan comes together. It's always so cool if you just predict everything the way it could happen, and that's exactly how it plays out. Okay, so the Endurance will resolve. If they force again, I mean, sure. Go for it. Yep. I am okay with this. So another force, another day is gone. And I'm not going to Brainstorm here. This is really okay. They've pretty much emptied their hand to prevent me from having an Endurance. I'll take it. I will take it. Let's Brainstorm away these lands. They may Pyroblast this, which is okay. There we go. Now with the Hedge Maze. I'm not going to attack because they have to attack with the Darcy. Inkmoth is interesting. I'm going to leave that one on top. So I'm just going to chill, yield to the turn, and pass. If they have Murktide, that's still not that big of a deal, honestly. So now, perfect situation would be I block the Dragon's Rage with Endurance, they bolt, the Endurance trying to kill it, and then I can embiggen, saving it. They shuffle. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna shuffle away this Inkmoth Nexus. There we go. Again, called it. Always let them do the trigger first so they don't know what's on top. I will embiggen here. So now I will definitely shuffle away the Inkmoth Nexus. They have the Wasteland, so... Shuffle. Best draw is now my last Endurance. Figure 8, not bad. I can start hardcasting this very soon. And I'm really happy that I'm just able to show you why I'm playing the triple Endurance, right? You do not need anything else against Delver. If you have Endurance, it's fine. We have Pump Spells. It kills them so quickly. And even if they have Murktide here, I can still win through that. I just need Legolas. So Endurance, win condition on its own against Delver. Especially since their entire deck now is built to kill all my small creatures. They can't do a whole lot against Endurance. And I'm also drawing quite bad with all of these lands. If only I had more Pump Spells. Thundering Falls. I will just fire off this Invigorate if I get to untap. Put Scalding Tarn into the graveyard. Let's see if they find exactly Murktide. Another Wasteland, sure. So they drew the Wasteland. That means we win. They can hardcast Force Will. That's something that they could do. Okay, I'm going to slam in here. Let's cast Invigorate. Force Negation is okay. Still going to deal 3 to them, so... I will just play Inkmoth Nexus here. If they wasteland it, that's okay. They do that immediately, fine. Let's yield, see if they found Murktide. And they concede. Well, that was, sorry to say, but relatively easy. We just resolved, we didn't play into their game plan, right? We let Entrance, we made it resolve and then just win from there. Nice. Ah, yes, Infect is back. Let's go to next round. Alright, round 3. Can we get a 5-0? That would be sweet. Hand's pretty good. Gonna keep. One more pump spell and we have a lethal. It's so funny to me that Infect is really, really good again. Mainly because of, you know, Infect is like a 1-2-3 combo deck, where nowadays a combo deck needs to be 1-2. This is why I always say that Infect is, in my opinion, not a combo deck. It's like a Delver-esque deck, where instead of removal spells, we play pump spells to win more quickly. There we go, there's the Berserk. So turn 3 kill. Especially if we are playing against a creature-based deck. That means that what they will probably do is leave one blocker behind, and we can just trample over it. So very nice indeed. Kind of hoping they wasteland me now, since I have more than enough lands. That means the wasteland's gone for the Nexus. Ah, yes. Yes. It's so amazing when everything happens like you expect it to. Best feeling in the world. It really is. Okay, so let's play the Nexus pass and turn 3 just kill him. Okay, so they just attacked and I drew another Invigorate. Meanwhile, one of my neighbors decided that it's a good time to now be blowing away the leaves in the garden, so apologies if you actually hear that. Nothing I can do about that. Can't stop the recording right now. But this sounds pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean insanely good. We only lose to exactly another Wasteland. Nice. Good game. We've won. They just don't realize it yet. My guess is that they now try and play a flyer. Mockingbird would be really good for them. Little do they know it would not be enough. Static Prison. Whew, interesting. Do I want to counter this? I think I do. As ridiculous as this is, I will just get rid of I will just counter the Static Prison. And now I'm very afraid of them actually having other swords. They do, nice. But now suddenly I'm not unhappy with this anymore because I've gotten rid of the swords, which is kind of the whole idea. So I guess I just... So I'm actually just going to get a forest here and then slam in. Now, if they do have Wasteland, they would have probably just Wasteland and Inkmoth Nexus anyway. So, was getting the forest the correct idea? I don't know. Maybe I should have just gotten Tropical. We'll see. As long as they don't have a flyer, we can just double Invigorate and win. I'm just gonna go for it. Pendelhaven. Okay, so let's Inkmoth Nexus. Even if this fails, I still have lethal, so another reason to go for it here. But I think getting the forest was wrong, and I already described why. Let's see if they have another swords. Chances of that are very low indeed. Green, Beseiju. Yikes. Okay, so I'm just going to get Hedge Maze. Now, this is not the worst that could happen, because if we find another threat, we're good. Gonna leave the Ponder on top. And as I said, I still have lethal, so as long as we find the threat, we're good. Them having triple removal spell, I mean, including Beseiju as removal spell, is unfortunate. So I need to find a threat with this. Any threat with this Ponder is fine, so a lot of outs here. And they have an empty hand now, so... So what do I want against this deck? I probably just want to have another, I guess just double Sylvan Library and another Legolas, and we're good. Lotus Petal and Ocelot Pride. Okay. So they slam in with everything, makes sense. I'm not sure if I find one threat that's going to be good enough. I think I need to have two to be able to block some stuff, and even then, this has Trample, so... I think we just lose this one. Triple removal spell was too much. Let's draw anyway. See what we can do with the Ponder. Not looking good though. No threat, so I can shuffle, but I think this game is over. Yeah. Okay, so relatively easy sideboarding. We want to have Legolas and we want to have Sylvan Library. That's it. And then you just want to trim down on these forces. And there we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's submit. Yes, this hand's pretty good. I'm going to keep. We're going to start with Fern Catacombs so I can hedge maze. How many times have I hedged maze now in these games? Literally every single time. It just shows you the power level of the card. They Heath into Savannah into Deafening Silence. See, I see people do this a lot. Deafening Silence is really not that good against Infect. In fact, I'm not even going to bother. Sometimes it even helps us. So I'm going to Hedge Maze. And Biggin, yes please. Because now what are they going to do next turn, right? Not play anything? Because if they do that, I'm just not going to use my pump spells, right? I can attack each turn from now on and not do anything else. And they have to deploy threats, so they will have to use their mana, right? So, I don't know. Deafening Silence, everyone brings it in. If they have it in the sideboard, it's really not that good. Especially since my deck relies on creatures, right? If they would do anything here, I can in fact still daze because I played a creature. So, my deck's creature-based. See, this is what I mean. They don't do anything. Fine. That means I'm not going to do anything. I'm okay with this. I'm just going to animate, slam with 2 creatures here, and chill. Which is what I was going to do anyway, if they don't do anything. Should have animated with Hedge Maze, but small detail. Maybe not, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe this was correct. Right, Lush Portico. Can you see what I mean? We are now in a state where this Deafening Silence is actively helping me, right? Guide of Souls is fine. I don't care. Probably should have brainstormed end of turn. So I'm just going to animate again, slam it with both. Okay, see, they are hesitating. This means they want to use removal spells, but if they do that, they know that Deafening Silence stops them from doing anything else. And it allows me to actually use my pump spells where I want to. So it's bad for them. They may swords it, but that's something that they would have done anyway. So again, Deafening Silence doesn't change anything. Swords on Blighted Agent. Do I care? I do not care. What I'm going to do is I'm going to brainstorm. Why? Because this is helping me. I know that they cannot cast another non-creature spell anymore, so it's very safe for me to now play this brainstorm. A lot of daisies. Do not want them. I think I'm going to trim down 2. Potentially drawing 1 next turn. Now, Embiggen on its own is lethal, so I don't need this Noble. Okay, so they're not doing anything, so I'm just going to fetch. I'm probably just not going to do anything else, because they clearly are keeping removal spells. There we go, that's the one I wanted. So we're going to play the Noble. And now that I have the Legolas, I'm very, very safe to just slam in here. So let's do that. Kind of hoping they end of turn swords now, because then I can just Legolas and kill the Guide of Souls. Besaju. So they can't respond to this. So I'm going to Legolas. Tap for mana. Just going to do this now, no reason to wait. Again, Legolas MVP. So let's yield. 2-turn clock. I'm going to fetch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to daze that. Picking up the Hedge Maze. So I can see the top of my deck. And now we win. Unless they have Solitude. Not something that this deck usually plays, but you never know. Okay, so Invigorate resolves. Let's see if they do have the Solitude. They do not. Right, so see what I mean? What did this Deafening Silence do for them? I actively use it against them. Just don't bring in Deafening Silence against Infect. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. Just saying that you should not expect too much out of this. And once it's on the battlefield, Infect players can actually abuse the fact that the card's on the battlefield to allow it to work well with our game plan. I don't need to use pump spells if I don't have to. If I can attack twice and I use 1 pump spell, it's lethal. So I just need to find my correct timing to do so. I mean, the fact that I'm not bringing in Force of Vigor tells you enough. I don't care. Would I counter... would I even counter it if I had the option to? I don't know. I'm going to keep. Unfortunately, do not have a blue card for the Force of Will. Land is a bit of an issue, but this is too good to mulligan, since I have Legolas and double Invigorate with Glistener Elf. Very powerful indeed. Land would be ideal. Blue card would also be fine. Lots of good draws here. If I draw a blue card, I can play Glistener Elf. Then again, it's probably better to just play the Noble. Yeah, let's do that. It's better. If they wasteland me, I could lose the game on the spot. Don't want that to happen. Slam in with Noble after playing Horizon Canopy. Sure. Land, please. Yes. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so I think we just win. We'll see. It's not guaranteed because I do have double mana. But hand's pretty good. And again, Legolas has been the MVP by far in this entire league. As I said, it is the biggest upgrade that Infect has gotten since the printing of Invigorate. Which is, I mean, since the deception of the deck. They draw a card. Well, I like that. That screams desperation. Why would they keep that opening hand, though, if they didn't have anything going on? That is pretty weird. Well, I'm not going to complain. Sword. So I'm going to force. Mainly because I want to have Legolas to kill a potential blocker and just have a guaranteed win. Because I need white mana to have removal spell. So if they want to use a removal spell now, that means that I can just Legolas. See, this is what I mean. So they're going to target the elf, which I will Legolas. Heal through the turn. And good game. Good game. Let's Pendle, just to be sure. You never know what they might have. Double Invigorate. Slam in. Kill you. Boom! 3-0. Let's get this 5-0. Let's get it. Not terribly exciting for the start of round 4. I think I'm gonna mulligan. This is a bit too much air. This is, yeah, a bit too much air. Let's mulligan. Yeah, much better, so I'm gonna keep. And with this hand, I think I'm just gonna get rid of one elf. I think this is the hand where you just want to go turn 2, clock. Ponder, that's fine. Jungle Land is pretty nice. Because I was wondering if I should actually start with a forest with this opening hand, but really don't want to do that if I don't have to. What are we up against, though? Starting off an island. Lauren revealed. Okay, that smells like control to me. Reveals Tundra. Yeah, this is control. So I'm going to hover over to my force because they're going to swords. They do not swords. That's a good sign. That means they don't have any. That would be my expectation at least. So I'm going to brainstorm and hope to kill them. I'm going to go for it if I can. They may swords in response. Okay, pretty good brainstorm. The idea here is what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and kill them. So I'm going to go Invigorate and Embiggen now and have Force backup. So what I have to do is I want to get rid of Trop and Ponder. And so I'm going all in here. I don't think it's going to get better the longer I wait. If they had swords, they would have used it. So I have to play around Force or Will. So I will just attack here. And the idea here is that if they do not... So if Invigorate and Embiggen works, I just win. Especially with me having Inkmoth Nexus as well. Now they're going to swords. So really good for me to know that I can do this now. Because even if... they force back, I still have Inkmoth Nexus, so I'm happy. I'm really happy with this because this means that I am I'm going to come out favored from this exchange without me having lost 2 pump spells. And this is good because now I can hedge maze, otherwise I wouldn't have done that. And keep in mind that Invigorate and Embiggen on Nexus is lethal. So what I'm looking for is Days is not bad, honestly. I was looking for Legolas, but I think I'm gonna keep the Days. Huh. Now, the thing is, if they do have a 3-drop, I'm not going to be able to Daze right now. Maybe I should get rid of it. Yeah, let's put it in the graveyard. If I would have been able to draw the Daze immediately, different story, but they pitched Supreme Verdict too, so... Nothing. That's a really good sign. They are in trouble, so I'm going to just play the Elf that I drew. I'm going to play the Inkmoth Nexus as well. Looking pretty good. Timio, that's okay. Let's What are we gonna do? I'm gonna think, because if I could animate Nexus. Things if Tameo flips, I really need these pump spells. Ooh. I'm gonna ponder first. See what's up. Berserk. That's probably good enough, right? So what if? So what if this turn I go for attack with this Elf, they block, I invigorate. I also play Agent. Next turn I have Invigorate and Embiggen. What I could also do is I could also, that's probably even better. So I can attack with these two now. Invigorate one of them. The one at the end. Then see what happens. And then kill them the turn off. Yeah, okay. So I've decided. So I'm going to put them like this. Next turn I will draw the Berserk. So my guess is that if they do have swords, I want to play around that the best I can. So if I attack here with these two, I'm going to invigorate the one that they do not block. Right. So I'm going to invigorate this and see what happens. No swords. That means I'm just going to invigorate again. They do have swords. Okay. So now I still have Embiggen and Berserk. So I can actually attack. The other thing that I could have done is I could have also used one Invigorate, which is something I would initially wanted to do, but the chances of them in that spot having double swords were extremely low, so I was happy with making this exchange. Now I'm going to have to do is I'm probably going to have to Embiggen Elf killing the Tameo. But they have ending. Okay, that means I can concede. This was too much. Tameo is the only card you're really afraid of from Jeskai control, and if they just have a triple removal spell in the opening hand with double Tameo, I mean, you can make the calculation for yourself. That's just not beatable. Okay, so let's play these. Flusterstorms. Berserk is pretty bad, and depending on the player on the draw, you trim down Forces or Daisies. Probably going to do like this. This feels fine. I'm going to submit. Jeskai Control is another one of those very good matchups. But if they have a flurry of removal spells, it's still fine. But then you want to have Legolas. It's really that easy. If you have Legolas against Jeskai Control, it's depending on your hand, you just cannot lose. But I've said it so many times. Legolas is MVP in this deck, together with Invigorate. Okay, this hand's bad. Second mulligan is painful. This is really bad, but I'm going to have to keep. I'm not going to mulligan to 5 because then I might as well just concede. So this sucks, but nothing I can do about it. Let's see if we can make it work. Also, having to mulligan twice really helps for my Jeskai control opponent. Let's start by pondering. Double Embiggen. Fortunately, I can't keep this. I need threats. Drawing a ponder, that's fine. It's better. I'm going to go get my forest if I can. I want to play around back to basics. Sylvan Library, really good in the matchup too, of course. Feast and nothing else. Okay, let's play the fetch land. Brainstorm. Pretty bad. Okay, so get rid of these lands. I'm going to ponder. I mean, it's something. So I'm going to put them like this. Idea is that next turn I will play Blighted Agent. I have Force backup, and I also have Legolas or Veil of Summer to my disposal. Really hoping that they just force. That would be good. Okay, they just play a land and pass. I'm gonna play Elf. Come on, force a will. You can do this. Go for it, my friend. Resolves. So they're probably gonna swords. The question is, do I want to go for force? Do I want to go for Legolas? And I think I'd rather go for Legolas now, since they may just go for turn 3 Planeswalker, and I'd rather have Force of Will for that, because Legolas doesn't do much against those. Okay, nothing. That's good. That's really good. So I'm just gonna slam in. I'm gonna fire off everything, and if they don't use swords, that probably means they have counter magic. So I'm just going to fire these off. Really hoping for a counter war. Brainstorm. Sure. That works. So the only thing I'm afraid of now is Supreme Verdict. Using only a 1 of or a 2 of, so... Lorien. Okay. The fact that I have Force plus Veil of Summer is really good, which is why I'm only afraid of Supreme Verdict exactly, because that's uncounterable. Stock up is okay. Okay, so they fetch, so they probably found removal spell. Let's see if they have removal plus Force plus Force. They need a pretty good hand here. Okay, so we win. They are not conceding. Okay. Am I missing something? I doubt it. Another Veil of Summer. Okay. Yeah, we just win. Nice. Okay, let's go to game 3. Land's medium, but it doesn't have Brainstorm and some fetch land, so we should be able to navigate our way through. This Inkmoth Nexus is really good in this matchup, so I want to keep this. It's medium. It's not terribly exciting. Get rid of Wrath of the Skies. Okay. I'm gonna play the Misty because I want a Hedge Maze. They ponder, sure. They shuffle, that's a good sign. Let's get our Hedge Maze, see what's on top. Bloody, I'm gonna leave that on top because I just want to go threat. And they will have to have all their removal spells. Bit afraid of back to basics, but nothing I can do about that. Then again, they've also played Meticulous Archive, so them going for back to basics is unlikely. Let's just play Nexus and Blighted Agents. So they're gonna... Lorien, okay. I was afraid of swords. Reveal Volcanic Islands. Okay, so unlikely that back to basics is going to enter the battlefield. They do nothing. Okay, that's really unexpected to say the least. I mean, if they have swords, they... I guess that means they could be doing is they could be keeping swords, because they only have 1 white mana. That would make sense. Okay, lots of lands. Think I'm going to get rid of these 2. Play my Catacombs and then just slam in. I'm not going to play another Blighted Agents. I don't want to walk into Supreme Verdict. If they swords, I can actually Fluster Storm. Okay. So just going to put all targets on there. Against Jeskai control, it really all depends on how many removal spells they have. Play all the Fluster Storms. There we go, nice. So they clearly do not have Pyroblast. It's interesting to me that they did not swords in their turn. I guess they were afraid of Inkmoth Nexus, which I do get. I do get that. So Lorien, sure. Reveal Tundra. Okay, I'm not going to respect back to basics. They would have used it, or they would have gotten basics if they could. Do it. Supreme Verdict. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to Brainstorm with Hedge Maze. They are pausing. If they want to fight over Brainstorm, I'm really okay with that. It's pretty good. I'm going to get rid of a Trop and Inkmoth Nexus. What do we want to do here? So here's what I'm thinking. I could attack, Invigorate. That means Stormgun is 2. If they don't have swords, I have Fluster Storm. And if they have double swords, I'm going to feel bad. I think what I'm going to do is... how afraid am I of Supreme Verdict? Not all that much. So I'm just going to slam in here with Blighted Agents. One of them. And if they then Supreme Verdict next turn, I still have double Inkmoth Nexus. And then I'm just not going to shuffle away these cards on top, because I know there's another Inkmoth Nexus in there. As you can see, I already have all the stuff that I need in my hand. 1 Invigorate is good enough. I'm kind of hoping that they counter this so I can Veil of Summer. But they do not take the bait. If they get rid of 1, that's really okay. Snapcaster, that's fine. So they're going to swords. And I do not need another one, so I'm okay with this. Yep, that's fine. So they stock up. I'm going to let that one slide, really. It's okay. With me, I'm Fluster Storm. What I think is going to happen is I'm going to, next turn, just Invigorate. And that would work. That will work, because they only have 1 way to have white mana. They've already played a land. So, my Veil of Summer is going to be good. If they have swords plus Pyroblast, we could be in trouble. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty happy. And even if they swords Agent, I think I'm even going to let that one happen. Because I have double Inkmoth. Prismatic Ending. Huh. That does change things now that they are out-tapped. Does it, though? No, I think I'm going to let this one go. Fine. So now I really do want to have a pump spell and just kill them, so I'm going to fetch. If I draw a pump spell, we just win. I will get my forest here. Never know. Legolas is really good pickup. So let's animate Nexus, Invigorate. They usually fight over this. They do not. Okay, nice. So I'm just gonna slam in. Put him to 7 Infect. That's pretty good. Especially with Legolas. Ponder is okay. They draw with the Ponder, sure. Tamio, okay. Let's think. That Ponder is number 3. So Tamio will flip. Do I want that to happen? I could also Veil Summer first, honestly. See what's on top. I just want to find a pump spell and then I win regardless of all of this. I'm going to do that. Now the Veil Summer. I think I'm just going to do this again. A land. Not ideal. I think I'm going to Flash the Storm here. Okay, so not the best draws. And by not the best, I mean kind of awful. I just want to... If I can just attack twice, we win. I just need to find a pump spell, really. I've only seen one pump spell in my entire deck. I've seen 20 cards and only one pump spell, so... Okay, let's ponder, dig for that pump spell that we need. Chances of us finding one are becoming very high. So I'm going to take that ponder. And fetch... Where are my pump spells? Okay. It's unlucky. Let's shuffle. There, finally. So it took us a long while to find it, but there it is. And the reason why I really wanted to have this now is that I can just invigorate first, hope that they have swords. And now what I can do is see we win. This is what I mean. This is Infects I Win button because I'm going to use Legolas and we just cannot lose anymore. There's nothing they can do. Because if they flip to Mio, that's fine, doesn't do anything anymore. Since I do this before attackers, I can just shoot it so it can't block. There we go. Target the Timio. And yield through the turn. And we win. 4-0. 4-0. Let's get that bread. Let's get that 5-0. Told you Infect's back. This deck is insane. And Legolas is the MVP, as we've said so many times. Alright, last round. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get that 5-0. This hand is medium. Not bad, but medium. I'm going to keep. Hoping that I'm playing against something fair. Because if I'm playing against something fair, we have a lot of threats that they have to deal with. So that would be fine. Round C, blue-black aggro maybe? Thoughtseize. Okay, so indeed, probably blue-black aggro. This hand is not very good against blue-black aggro. Although I do have a lot of threats, it's not bad. It's just... If they take Invigorate, I'm just not doing a whole lot. Which is indeed what they take. Okay, let's make the best of it. I do have Ponder, so it's not the end of the world. Let's just go for Glistener Elf. Ooh, Force Will is a good pickup in case they have something funny going on. Let's play Glistener Elf. That resolves. Nice. A land and pass. Okay. I'm just going to play Inkmoth Nexus, play Glistener Elf. I'm not even going to play Blighted Agents. Don't need it. Let's see if they have Bowmasters. Do I want to count Bowmasters if they play it? Don't think so. Okay, just happens. So we ponder. I want to find pump spells. Not great, but I kind of want to draw this Force Will and next turn draw Ponder because then I have double Force. I don't think Days is going to be that great. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If I find just one pump spell with this other Ponder, we're good because I then have 3 threats. Thoughtseize, yeah, that's fine. You can take... My hand is very good against Thoughtseize. It's got a Force Will. Wasteland, that doesn't do much. That's fine. Now that I think about it, they probably should have wastelanded my tropical. That would have been... Ouch. Now I do want to take that Daze. So, or maybe not, they know about force. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, this turn, I do like that noble as well. I like everything here. The question is, how am I gonna put them? So what if I take Daze now, Misty the turn after, hoping that they Wasteland my Tropical, not knowing that they have Misty. I think I'm gonna play it like that. So put them like this, play the Nexus. Do I want to attack with Nexus? I don't think so, because I want to be able to play around the potential days that they might have. I'm just going to slam in. Not using the Wasteland is interesting. They should definitely Wasteland my Tropical here. Tamio, that cannot resolve, so I'm going to counter that. Funny where I don't care about Tamio as much when I'm playing against a control deck, but I'm against blue-black aggro, it is very, very scary. Okay, so let's just play a bunch of threats here. Let's just slam in. I'm not sure if I'm going to draw this noble at this point. Okay, are they going to flash in Bowmasters? That would be great. Excellent. So I'm going to fetch here. Get Hedge Maze. Pump spell, please. That noble. Nah, I want to have pump spells. And I'm going to daze the Bowmasters. See if they have force. They do not. Excellent. Good exchange. That means I can use this Hedge Maze twice. I'm just going to yield to the turn. They know about the maze, so... I'm just going to attack with my threats. I don't even need pump spells anymore. But if I do find one, we're good to go. And I do think it has become very obvious why I do not fear blue-black as much as I do the Reanimator deck, right? If they have to choose the aggro route, we can race that. My draws have been awful. If I had found one pump spell at any given point, we probably would have won. They Wasteland the Nexus, as they should. I'm just going to block this Barrogoyf with my Elf. Assuming they do not have removal, of course. But if they want to remove Glistener Elf, okay, fine by me. This is a matchup where Great Table Stag is the reason why I play it, so I will bring it in, of course. And if I find a pump spell, I'm just going to go for it. Usually blue-black does not play that many removal spells main. They reanimate the Bowmasters. Okay, so they are playing Reanimator. But that's just basically a removal spell on Blood Agents. So now I want to top deck Embiggen and kill them. Even if I find Brainstorm or Ponder here, I'm just going to fire it off. I want to win. They do draw. Embiggen, come on. It's Invigorate. I mean, okay. So let's just do this. I'm just going to Invigorate straight away. I didn't want them Thought Seizing it. If they have removal spell, they will use it anyway. So I'm just going to do this and see what's up next turn. Their Ponder was a draw, so I need to have Legolas now and then just kill them. Legolas MVP. All throughout. Wasteland. That sucks. Okay, so be it. I think this game is over. I'm going to have one draw. How can we win? If we draw Inkmoth Nexus, that would be the best one. Pendelhaven. I guess technically I can just draw again. It's okay. So even with my mediocre draws, we've put him to 9 Infect. If that Invigorate would have been an Embiggen, we would have won. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. They slam in. Ouch, what do they find? They whiffed last time. Now they have another whiff. Okay. See, Barrogoyf is really not that good. How many creatures does this deck play? Like 11? Something like that. Nice, Splatter Agents. Let's see if we get there. This is another reason why I'm playing Pendelhaven again. Because it is a protection from Bowmasters. There we have the Bowmasters. But I think this does make us lose, right? Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this one. But this actually means that they have exactly 7. See? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if they attack with everything. Yep. Okay, so basically what this blue-black deck is, it is challenging because it's Delver, but instead of black removal, instead of red removal, they have black removal. So what we need is Endurance is really good, and against this deck specifically, also Great Sable Stag, it just kills everything that they play, and Veil of Summer and Legolas are indeed great. So we take out the Forces, we take out Berserks. What I usually do is, since we are playing Endurances and Great Sable Stags as win conditions, I'm trimming down 1 Embiggen and 1 Glistener Elf. That's usually what I do. And submit. If I could show you the power of Blue Sable Stag, that would be the perfect league to show you why I chose this deck. Okay, no Great Sable Stag, but I can't mulligan this. It's not great, but it's fine. Let's play the Verdant Catacombs so I can hedge maze. Pretty good against Thoughtseize here, this hand. Looks like they will go for turn 1 Thoughtseize. I will play Hedge Maze. That is one awful looking island. What is this? Yikes. Okay. Ponder. They draw. So I will Hedge Maze. And do not want another land. Let's get rid of it. Noble. Not bad. Let's play Blighted Agent here. They will fetch. Are we going to see Bowmasters? One awful looking swamp. Destroy. I'm going to daze. See if that works. We do indeed. Legolas. That's a really good pickup. So that means I'm going to play Misty and Noble, because I want to be able to Legolas. I will just Invigorate straight away, because I've gotten rid of my Berserks, remember? So I want to deal as much damage as soon as possible, and if they would Thoughtseize this away, I would feel awful. So I'm going to play him like this. Now I just need to attack twice, and I have 1 Legolas, so I'm feeling relatively safe. It will depend on how many removal spells they have. Now they only have 1 swamp, so. Drown in the Loch, nice. So let's Legolas. No need to worry about days. Now I'm feeling really safe because I have another Blighted Agent, so I'm going to put him to 8, and they need 2 removal spells now. Oh, Inkmoth Nexus is really good too, so I'm going to put him like this. Slam in. See what I mean? With Infect, you need 1 pump spell to win the game. You can just attack a couple of times, and the Legolas is just... It's just an all-star every single time. It really is. Let's just yield to the turn. We win. That was easy. Let's go to last game for the 5-0. Yeah, hand's pretty good. I'm going to keep. Really hope to draw another land here so I can save this agent with a Legolas and then just have lethal. But turn 1 Thoughtseize is going to be scary, which they do have. I'm curious what they're going to take. I guess Blighted Agents. Why would you not take Blighted Agent, right? Indeed. So I'm going to start off with... Aha! Great Sable... Oh, come on, please. Just give me that land. Let me cast this Great Sable Stag and win the game with it. I want to show you why I love the frickin' stag. So come on, come on. Let the gods be on my side. It would be meant to be if I finished the 5-0 league with Great Sable Stag. Wastelands. Yikes. How all in do I really want to go on this stag? I am thinking about Invigorating Noble, and then dazing. I don't Invigorate. Actually, I think this is always correct, since I'm afraid of them having a removal spell. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going a bit YOLO mode, I realize this, but if I had another land in my hand, I would not do this. But unfortunately, if they just remove Noble, I have nothing going on, and they know this, right? They know my hand. They're pausing. You can see that they did not expect me doing this. Ponder. So looking for a land here. Nice. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm gonna play the Noble. And since I've drawn another land, we should be good. Yes, come on, please. Let me untap. Okay, here it is. The stag is coming. Are you ready? Because I sure as hell am. Here we go. Bring in the stag. I'm going to be slamming in for 5 damage each turn, and I can hardcast Invigorate. They can't do anything against this. This card reads as, you win the game. It's not entirely true. That was true against Death Shadow, but this card is protection from your entire deck. That's what the card says. And I have Legolas and Invigorate, so I'm just going to fire off this Invigorate straight away. Deal 9 damage. Gonna kill him really, really quickly. Okay, so they're gonna fetch. Bit afraid of them having a monster removal spell, but usually these decks do not play this. They could have like explosives or stuff like Shield's Edict, but I can play around Edict relatively well. I am gonna play the Pendelhaven because what I find is I want to find another Great Sable Stag, or I just want to find Endurance and just kill them. I am just gonna fire off this Invigorate. I don't want them thought seizing this away. The fact that they drown in the lock, drown and lock the Invigorate, kind of should tell you all that you need to know. I love this. I freaking love this, dude. It's amazing. Brainstorm. I'm not going to Brainstorm because I'm very, very afraid of Bowmasters now. I don't need to do anything. I'm in the driver's seat. So, 3-turn clock, and this has protection from the entire deck. So, what are they going to do? Oh man, please, please, let me do the stag beats. Let's do a countdown, 2 more turns, 2 more turns. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Okay, slam in here, let's do it. Come on, best creature in Legacy, let's slam in for 5. Let's get him dead. Okay, are we gonna do it here? Is it gonna happen? Finishing with the stag? Yes! We did it! This is amazing! The stag is loose. We did it! Great Sable Stag, best creature in Legacy. This is awesome. This is such a cool way to actually return to the YouTube video. Man! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I really am. I'm just gonna screenshot this. Okay, finishing up. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this was the perfect league. I think I was able to show you why Infect is insanely powerful again. It's simple. Legolas is quick reflexes. It's that powerful. If blue-black now is the best deck, we can beat blue-black. We have to, like you saw, if you just adjust your sideboard to deal with it, Great Sable Stag just completely destroyed them. And it's not like in game number 2 that we didn't have any shot at the game. No, we definitely did. So Infect has been amazing again ever since the printing of Legolas. But blue-black Reanimator / aggro was so dominant and it was so powerful what it did that it was impossible for Infect to combat from this. I've been feeling a lot like Infect is insanely good right now. Immediately the 5-0 on the stream. This is my second 5-0 with this list. Great Sable Stag together with Legolas's quick reflexes. MVP. Play this deck. It's back. It's totally back. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be playing again. Even though I haven't been making videos, I have been playing a lot and I'm excited for the future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and see you for a follow-up video. Bye.